Medalid.
Darling. Yay!
In Norwegian. We're starting off the video in Norwegian. That's crazy talk. Hello everyone, this is Johannes.
And this is Sunniva.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and we are live.
Yeah.
On the internet. So far there's like no people actually watching, we think, but we will see what happens when we get going. We're just gonna do a quick Q&A. It's gonna be quick depending on how many people actually are asking any questions. If nobody's asking questions, it's gonna be a really short video.
Yeah. Or we're just gonna ramble.
Yeah, we're gonna ramble a bit anyways. Talk a bit about the channel, the upcoming weeks and months, what's gonna happen this spring, and we're gonna see if there's some questions after all. And if there are any questions you have, please leave them in the comments and we will see them and answer them as fast as we can. Not as fast as we can. It's not gonna be like speaking really fast like I usually do. So
we have to get buttons and push really hard to
it's like a game show.
First, yeah.
Oh, that would be really cool actually. Make like an actual game show.
Yeah.
But this game is broken has done that on a podcast.
That's true.
I had that idea like 2 years ago and I didn't do it. So okay, we're just gonna briefly there's basically no one here, so we're basically just gonna go through and talk a bit about the channel, what's gonna coming up. There has been a pretty slow couple of weeks, no videos coming, and the reason for that has been life has been busy. Life. This is just a hobby for us, and it's been really busy doing life.
Yeah. Because other things in life are important as well. That's really weird.
More, other things than board games. I know, if you see behind us, it looks like our whole life is board games, but that's kind of how it is. But it's okay. So, Sunniva, you just moved home.
Yeah, I did. That's
She's
really
here.
Nice.
Almost permanently. You have some exams during the summer, and then you are home for good.
Yeah.
And that comes to one of the big things we want to talk about, that we are going to move. Hopefully during the spring, we are gonna find a place to live. Another place, except for this grand little apartment, which is now only full of board games.
Yeah, because when you bought it, we didn't have
500 board games. Only had 20.
Yeah.
I know we have 500s. That's too many board games in this little apartment.
Too many.
And we also really want to get a place where we can make a studio and do stuff. It's easier for us to film videos, basically, to have a studio set up that we can just go in and press a button and get it on. It's easier to get through it. It's easier to have fun with it. You don't have to check the light all the time. You don't have to set it up every time you're going to use it. Because right now, this is half our apartment that you're seeing. You're not seeing half the apartment, but the space that we are using for this space are basically half the apartment.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do, like we talked about in the January video, we are gonna do playthroughs. That's gonna be our 2019, and hopefully going forward, that's gonna be our thing. So you will not probably see a lot of playing reviews from the channel. We talked a bit about that last time, but we have spoken more about it. And really, what we want to do is to do videos that teach the game. Then play the game through with 2 players, or hopefully we'll get more players on sometime when we have a studio and we have room and setup for that, more cameras and everything. And then we want to do some top 10s.
Yeah.
And we want to probably going to do some review bonanzas with games that we want to talk about, that we don't have the time or the necessary people or stuff like that to do playthroughs of. So that's what you're going to see, and we are going to try now to do at least one video every week, right?
Yeah. We hope so, till we move and get a better place.
Yes. I would love to do 2 videos a week, but with the schedule coming up now and with everything happening, it's going to be hard to do that. So it's going to be one video a week.
Yeah.
And if we,
Right now I am working and studying at the same time.
Yes.
And after that I'm going away for my exams, so it's gonna be pretty busy.
But we are gonna do one video every week, and if we have time we will do more. So if we do a playthrough, and then you can get a surprise top 10 in the weekend, if we have time. It's gonna be all down to time, but we're gonna work really best to do at least one video every week to keep up the channel, to keep it alive until we get more time and a better space to film.
Yeah, because we think it's really, really fun to do this, so really we just have to keep going.
Yeah, and keep it on and have fun with it. it's a lot of work to do this. Like for when I've been doing this alone, and also for you like setting it up, filming, editing, doing all that. It's a lot of work, and it's really fun. But it goes kind of like this. It's not always the most fun. So to get a place where you can build a studio and actually have a more of a space for it, it's gonna be so much easier.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's basically everything we want to talk about. So there's 6 people in here now. If any of you have any questions, please let us know. If you don't have any questions, there's only 4 now.
Aww.
They're left. Aw, sad face. But that's what happens. Last time there were quite a few people. We had a lot of fun. This time it doesn't look like anybody have any questions. So we're going to try again in a month. We're going to give it a couple of minutes to see if somebody has a question. If not, we're not going to do it.
No, that sounds good.
Let's talk about board games.
Yeah.
You haven't really played a lot of board games lately.
No.
I haven't really played a lot of board games lately.
But we played what the Castell one?
Castell, yeah, we played
brought it to my place where I study with my roommates, and they loved it so much.
It was really fun. I want to play it again.
Yeah.
Actually, that's been one of the games I have wanted to play the last couple of months, but it hasn't been here.
And I kept it because maybe we should play it again, but we have had a lot of stuff to do, so...
Basically what I feel like, I need new games to have fun.
Yeah.
I love to play older games, but to keep my passion for board games, I'm super horrible that way, but I need those new games coming in the door to get that flow of excitement for playing board games. And now the couple last January, February has been kind of when I was going to game night, I had to think about the games I wanted to actually play. And usually I have a bunch of games that I need to play, and now it's been is there anything I want to play?
And that's the downside of going to Essen and getting all the good stuff at once, because then you can't get those kicks throughout the year. Or do you disagree?
No, I agree, but there's no downside to going to Essen. It's only upsides. Getting games and having fun.
Okay, so we should have more Essens throughout the year.
Yeah. A lot of them.
Of course.
But there are a lot of cons, just not in our part of the world. We have a couple of people here. Dog! Hey, Dog! And Brandon! Hey, Brandon! Thank you for being here. That's awesome. Thumbs up. And there's...
Owen.
Oh, Owen is saying I would like to ask a question, but I can't think of any. That's
so
okay.
Nice.
It's okay. We're not that interesting people. We're just normal Norwegians. So, sounds like something an addict would say.
Yeah, but you are an addict.
I'm an addict, yeah. So, Dog is asking if we played Cerebria. We did. We talked about it a bit in our top 10 games of 2018. It was in my top 10, it wasn't in yours.
No.
You only played it once.
Yeah, with him. And you're not, really good at the game, are you? And it didn't give me, the best impressions, because
it's my fault,
you always go for, the fast points, the easy points. And I was just wanting to build, a dream world with creatures, and the other team did that, but we were just, going
Yeah, I was horrible at the game, but I really like the game. I hope to get to play it again, but it's a game, it's kind of like Feudum. It's a game I really like, but it's
which I haven't played,
so much to teach, and it's so much to set up, and it's so much to remember. It's a hard game to get to the table after you played it the first couple of times when you get the game.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a game I'm going to keep for quite a while, because I like the thinking. I like the thought of being able to play it sometimes, but if I'm going to be honest with myself, I don't think I'm ever going to play it again.
Yeah, but I want to play it again, because...
So then we might play it again, in 60 years or something.
But there's so many games.
There are. But this time of the year, there's not so many games coming,
but
so...
there's not that many months till the next Essen.
No, it's not, and we had...
why I'm saying Essen, I'm saying that because...
Spiel,
I mean Spiel, of course.
So Board Game Guru has a really exciting question, actually. You like this question, right?
Yeah!
It's... oh, no, we're getting more.
Oh, cool.
The second one is easy. Okay, Detective or Chronicles?
I say Detective. Right off the bat, I love the game. It's so immersive, and I like what they've done with Chronicles of Crime as well. With the it's so we call it streamlined and easy to the concept is really easy, and I like the VR thingy where you look around and are in the crime scene. I love
Brandon
that.
is here. He doesn't like it when I say thingy. He wants us to say what it's called in the game. So it's VR. Not
VR,
thingy,
okay.
just VR. Okay. Sorry, Brandon. We really appreciate what you say. We're just kidding around.
But Detective is it's the most immersive, like it's the coolest themed game I've like ever played, I think, because we have so much fun with it, and I got chills on my back when something like crazy was happening, and I'm so looking forward to the next one because we know it's one coming. Or
I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, there's going to be a new one coming soon.
Detective. But both are really great.
For me as well, I basically, if you watch both the reviews, like our Detective and Chronicles of Crime, you're going to see the things I liked more in Detective than the things I liked in Chronicles. But the new Chronicles expansion is here now, Noir. I'm really excited to see that one. It has a couple of more different abilities and more. I'm really excited for that. And I'm really excited for the system to see where they go with it. And I really love Lucky Duck and the things they do, so I'm excited to check that out.
Yeah, me too.
So next question, okay, we're going to have like Board Game Gurus, so it's going to be like 60,000 questions of... So let's see. Agricola or Caverna? Caverna. Done.
Yeah, I've only played Agricola like once.
You played 2 or 3 times with me.
Yeah, and I like Caverna better, but I always go for the same strategy. So right now, if I would choose, I would play Agricola because that is brand new to me still, I think.
Yeah, I think Caverna is a better game for me. I haven't played Agricola that much, and I had a horrible first encounter with it. I played it half past 2:30 a.m. I was asleep basically between my turns, and I played with the best player in Norway. So basically he had won before the game started, and he basically every time it was my turn, I was like, I take these 2 words, and I had no idea what I was doing. So I had this horrible starting experience with it.
That is like the greatest first impression, right?
Oh yeah. Okay, next one you have to answer: Stark or Baratheon? I watched 1.5 second season of it. I need to watch more.
I would say Stark.
Let's just say that, no spoilers, and just go. Next, 2532 Rob H1. I hope you have another name in real life, because that's a really hard name to pronounce. Like, I don't hope your name is that. Like, yeah.
But you can call him maybe Rob.
Rob, I'm gonna call you Rob. I hope that's okay. Come to Gen Con. Yeah, we actually almost had a deal to go to Gen Con this year, but we decided not to go because it was basically in the time you're going to move home and just start a new job and everything. So hopefully next year we are going to go to Gen Con. That would be amazing. We hope for Gen Con next year. Kickstarter games you backed recently. I'm going to actually check that out.
But could I talk about like the other question?
Yeah, it's another question there.
Yeah.
Terra Mystica or Gaia Project?
Because that's an easy one. Gaia Project. I think that Terra Mystica is a great game, but with Gaia Project they did like different goals to reach and stuff like that. And yeah, I think they did great changes in Gaia Project that makes me want to choose to play that every time over Terra Mystica. So if you have to choose, Gaia Project. Easy.
Yeah, for me as well. I just like that a lot more. It's really a hard game for me to get, because it always in the beginning those kind of games are like feeling like I'm not gonna get to do anything, but then halfway through the game it's like, oh, this is so much fun. I want to play that again. I really want to play it again. Okay, so backed projects lately on Kickstarter, not too many actually. We talked about some. When was this? I don't remember what I talked about last time. So I'm just gonna do some of them. City of the Big Shoulders. I don't know if I talked about that last time. Really looking forward to that. Looking forward to more heavy games this year. Last year wasn't really a lot of heavy games.
No.
Like, this is talking to me. This is like kind of and I know you're not gonna like all of what I'm gonna say now because it has stocks in it, and I love stock games. And you kind of not like them, but you like them, but you're not. This is kind of a blend of like a 18xx economic game and a stock game. So it's like.
Oh, I hate that.
No, you don't.
But I don't like it.
Hopefully you're gonna like it.
But I think I'm quite good at it though. But you're really good at it
so,
too.
No, you are. Because like, I have no idea. We played 18cc and she was like, I don't know what I'm doing. 5 hours later, I won! And that's like, I feel so horrible. Okay, Pipeline, another heavy game I'm really looking forward to. Then we have Awkward Guests. Did you see this?
No, I haven't
this
seen
looks
this.
so good. You're gonna like this. This is a deduction game. That looks like to be one of the best deduction games ever made. Like it has.
Really?
I don't remember too much of it, but Tom Vassell did a review of like the original the original.
So it's a remake or something?
No, it's a Spanish or something game, and I did like an English version on Kickstarter.
Okay.
Yeah, it looked really, really neat. Then we have, I'm not going to take all of them, the new one from Shem Phillips, Circadians First Light. Circadians, that's better.
Circadians.
And then we have the Suburbia Collector's Edition, which looks beautiful. Suburbia is one of my favorite games, so I just had to get it even though it was $140.
Yeah. And we have to pick the player colors ourselves.
Yeah, we did so, yeah.
That was really fun.
It's a fun little thing, and I think it's going to be horrible for them to actually manufacture it. I'm hoping for them that the player colors come outside of the box.
Yeah.
Or it's going to be like a super problem, and so many people getting the wrong colors. I
would not be that mad though.
No, I don't really care.
It's
as long as I have red.
Thing.
Yeah. I backed Tangled Timelines from Daniel Sayers. Looked like a really neat. I played it on Tabletopia. I had no idea what I was doing. It looked like a neat little trick-taking game. Clodos Collection from Colossal Games. Like it's a collection of 3 smaller games from the guy who did The Omen, the card game, which we really liked. And I backed the new Tokyo series tabletop games only for the Tokyo Tsukiji market, the heavy economic fishing game, which looked really, really nice. So we're gonna have to go back here. Oh.
Maybe like.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say to Ducati, hey, nice, thank you for being here. Favorite channel, way. Thank you. That's really awesome, actually. Yeah. Okay, so. Out of curiosity, saying, I noticed that you played some stuff in the middle of the night. It might be because we're in Norway.
Yeah.
So if you're in the US and we're in Norway, it's going to be like 6 to 8 hours in between us. So that might be that.
Yeah, we're not playing that often in the middle of the night.
No, not so often. Sometimes we do, but not so often.
No.
And yeah, Brandon, we love your suggestions. Like I just like to be kidding around. So yeah, I actually agree that thing is, it's not the best way to make it look professional. Agree. But my ADHD brain is just like remembering these things, reading the rules for actual theme. What is theme? I don't know. So, Rob is asking. He's asking, what is your jobs in real life? You want to start?
Oh, I'm studying to be an optometrist, so I'm going to like prescribe glasses and check if people have like healthy eyes and stuff. So
and give them glasses.
Nice. Yeah.
Like just giving me, but I can't.
Lenses.
I can't wear them because you get this great reflection. So I can't see.
We're working on that.
Yeah. So, and my job is kind of all over the place. I am a magician, a comedian, an actor. That's what I do for a living.
You're basically an entertainer.
I'm an entertainer. Yeah, I run around. I don't run around. I don't run too much. I drive around in my car. And I do magic shows for kids, for families, for adults, for corporate businesses, and everything. So I do comedy magic usually, and I do a lot of acting, some musical work, and stuff like that.
His job is pretty awesome.
Yeah, and it's a lot of driving. So that's the short answer for that. Board Game Guru is asking, area control or worker placement?
Oh.
Easy for me, yeah. Super easy.
Okay. For me, it's worker placement. Area control reminds me of like conflict based games. That's really stupid. I'm so Care Bear.
You are,
yeah. Worker placement, I think.
For me as well, I like worker placement games more. Like when I'm starting to think like, what is a area control game I like? I do like some, but I can't really think of any.
Wildcatters.
Yeah, that has area control in it. Yeah, absolutely. Wildcatters is amazing.
That was the first game that popped into my mind. Oh,
that's so good.
But also the first game I thought of when you said worker placement was Architects of the West Kingdom, that we have had a lot of fun with lately. So that's a really good
And also,
game.
One of my favorite games, Fist Rolling, is a brilliant worker placement game. And I cannot wait to get my hands on the expansion. People are getting the expansion and it looks so good. And I don't do expansions, but I need a reason to play this game 10 more times. I would love to do a playthrough for that game, even though it's a long game. But
let's do it.
I love that game so much. Let's get the expansion and then do a playthrough. So I'm just gonna go on to the last one there because it has to do with area control. Yeah. Board Game Guru is writing El Grande. You haven't played it?
No.
I played it last Tuesday. I didn't like it. It's not my kind of game. I don't think you'd like it. It's too chaotic. It's
Yeah.
too much screwing with other people, getting them out of the different areas and stuff.
Nope.
I don't
But
like.
isn't that like an old game?
It's from 1999, I think.
that's
So
pretty
or 90,
old.
no, 95. 95. It was a new edition, like 20-year edition in 2005. It's very good.
So the
but it's
game
not
is
for me.
23 years old.
Yes, it's a good, but it's yeah, not for me at all. Okay, so we had.
Did someone write Lutefisk? Yes.
Yeah, I did. So we're gonna come to that. You guys are the best. Hello from Homo Gen Con. Okay, Rob, we're gonna see you next year, hopefully. Codenames or Codenames Picture? Easy, because we haven't played Codenames Pictures. So, Codenames.
Yeah.
And I like
I
the
like-
XXL version.
And I like the dual version.
Yeah, the duet.
Duet.
It's not dual because it's co-op.
That's true.
Codenames
But
Duel!
we're almost playing the dual version because we're not
So horrible,
so
yeah,
good
yeah.
at it.
We actually bought it and we played it. It was fun. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, Brandon is saying, I love this. When I teach a game, I usually like, in this game we're all farmers. Who cares? We're trying to get points. I usually say something like, along the line, okay, so we are in this town, and everyone here trying to get points, because that's everything you want to do in life, gets points.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's trying to get points in all these games, like, so strange. Victory points is the best of everything.
That was really fun actually, because we have some job events where we talk about to like what do you call it, firms that might hire us. Yeah, and we
What
have.
did you say now? I zoned out.
That's okay. We're talking to like managers that can hire us later.
What are you talking
firms
about?
I'm talking. Okay, just
What
listen.
managers?
Okay.
I don't know what we're talking about. Are we getting a
I'm
job?
having some interviews now because
For your job?
Yeah.
I was like, what? Are we gonna
But
get a
that's
manager?
not the point. We were talking about because we have when we go to courses that are relevant for our studies
Mm-hmm.
and are like field of.
I have no idea what you're talking about, so I cannot help you at all. You're on your own.
And when we go to courses like that, we get points. And he was kind of sad because he figured that no one cared about those points, and I could tell him that I cared a lot about those points.
So you got points in your
I did.
We do that. I have no education, so I don't know about points. I have so few points in my life. Okay. So the next question is lefse or lutefisk. So let's Joe Robert is asking this. This is like two Norwegians food. The one is pretty normal and the other one is pretty strange. So lefse is basically kind of like a what do you call it?
It's like a
you
tortilla,
have-
a sweet tortilla.
Yeah, tortilla kind of thing with butter and cinnamon and sugar,
Yeah.
and you eat it. So that's delicious. And then we have lutefisk, which is something we do in Norway because we are crazy. Because like a lot of years ago we didn't have any food, so we took fish and we put it in poison, and we let it like be there until it was so bad that nobody wanted to eat it, and then we ate it because it was like that's the best thing to do. And we had to have all these different things to make it eatable. Like, okay, we have to put all these on so we don't actually taste
A lot of bacon.
taste the poison. So yeah, it's poisonous fish is basically what you
And
can
people
translate
like
it to.
have like group gatherings to eat this fish, and especially around holidays and stuff. So yeah.
So
it's weird.
lutefisk is coming from the country who also eat sheep's head. So
But lefse, we eat.
yeah,
that's-
I'm not a
that's
huge
really
lefse fan, but I would rather eat that like every day of the year, 16 times each day, than to eat lutefisk. Like, I don't like lutefisk.
Nope.
Okay, Ducati is asking, how often do you get to play games? Is this starting to be a job? No. Like we said in the beginning, like this is just a hobby. Sometimes it might feel like a job, like when you have a huge pile of games you need to play to review them. I think starting to doing the playthroughs is going to make that less of a feeling, because it's going to feel more like we're going to play the game, and it's going to be more the playthrough part is going to be important than the review at the end of the video. I want to still talk about my feelings about games because that's what I love. That's the reason I started this. So it's going to be important for me to talk about what I feel about games, but I don't want this to be a job, like, because all my hobbies throughout my life has become my job. Like, everything I have enjoyed to do has ended up being a job. Like, everything except watching movies and playing video games, and now playing board games. And when starting this channel, you kind of like, you take it from being just a hobby to being a hobby that you have to work to do. So sometimes it feels like, okay, we need to play this game today. I would have loved to sit down and play Lisboa, but we have this pile of games that we need to play. It's really fun to do that when those games are fun. It's not so fun to do that when you play a game which is horrible, and then you have to invite more people to play the game that you already know is horrible. So I know it's even more important for you that it's not going to be a job, but the job part is going to be more me because I'm doing the editing and all of that thing. So you're not going to feel that as much, which I think is good. But I would love to like get this to the point where we can travel to some more conventions. And maybe after a while get some support from people to help us get there, and stuff like that. But I would not want this to be something I earn money from.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I agree with most of that. You had the idea to start a channel originally, and you have like more passion into like almost everything you do than I do, so you have more like that drive to like, okay, we know this game is bad, but we play it anyway because we have to, but I'm just like looking for the easy way out. I'm just going,
but you're also
enjoy my games.
This channel wouldn't have survived without you either. Like, this channel wouldn't have been going still now if that wasn't for you, because my ADHD brain again is like, I'm doing this board game thing now. I'm playing board games every single day of the week. I'm playing board games, and then, oh, here's a video game I want to play, and then I'm playing that, and then I'm gonna go and write a book, and I'm gonna go and make a magic show, and I have a tendency to forget the other things. But you are more balanced, like you like to do all the things like a little instead of me.
Yeah, so after this we're going to play a video game. So we're trying to balance it out.
We're playing Final Fantasy IX on the Switch. Hadn't played it before. Love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we haven't actually answered the question. We haven't answered the question of how often do you play games. We only answered the part about jobs. It really depends. Like, it's going to be different now because you are back home.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's like easier to just sit down and play one game in an evening. Doesn't have to be a game night for that. But when I'm like it goes like this for me. I try to play games at least once every week. The last couple of weeks has been kind of down because I had lots of stuff to do, and also not so many new games or games I've been excited to play. So I try to play games at least once a week, but I like to play 2 or 3 times a week at least.
Yeah, I'm not playing any board games when I've been away studying, because we play so many board games here. So when I'm away, I'm not feeling that urge to play board games, and I also don't have anyone that say, let's play a board game.
Yeah.
I think when I'm here, it's kind of, it depends on which games we're like psyched on there and then, and what we got on like else in our lives.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I think we're gonna play more games now than I have done this far in the year, because it's so much easier to sit down and just play a game, like do like Heavy Cardboard calls it a school night game, like to sit down, play some Castle of Burgundy, play some games that we know and love, and also play the new games that we get to review and play through.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna play more games. I'm really looking forward to play more games with you and just have a great time. Okay, so you saw Lee's comment in here. Yeah, Lee's saying
really
that
cool.
his wife is an optician. That's really cool.
Ooh.
She really likes it. That's awesome.
I'm like in the honeymoon phase with optometry right now, so everything is fun and exciting and new, and I really, really, really love it.
Really, really, really love it, which is our favorite things to say. So Board Game Guru is saying they also eat sheepshead in South Africa.
Yeah, no.
And he loves a new direction. That's awesome. I think it's a good path to go, because like there's such an extreme amount of reviewers, and I think it's gonna be better to do something different also, because it's fun. He's asking what's my favorite magic trick to perform. That's a really hard question to answer, I think like actually the most fun I had ever performing, I did a summer show 3 years, and each of the years like a comedy show, and each of the years I got to make an illusion routine. I don't do illusions usually. I do comedy magic, I do rope magic, I do card magic and stuff like that. But I got to do some like box tricks, some illusion tricks, which I've always wanted to do when I was a kid. And I got to do this, my favorite trick, the Houdini box, or whatever it's called, where you have one person who's put into handcuffs, into a bag, into which is tied up, and then into a big box. And then I go on top of the box, and I have this cover. I cover me up, and I let it drop, and then we switched places. So she goes down, opens it up, and I'm inside the bag with the handcuffs and stuff like that. I couldn't have done that like when you see an illusionist doing that, because it's dance moves like whoa, whoa, whoa.
With the cape.
Yeah,
No.
and like half naked ladies. I couldn't do that because I can't take that serious. Like I'm a comedy magician and I don't look like an illusionist, so that would be like a horrible try. It would be so sad to watch somebody trying to like dance moves and be a ballet dancer or something. That would be horrible. So what I did was I wrote a comedy song. Basically a musical number about how boring the magic was. I was like, how me and my assistant was so boring doing this number. It was such a good trick, but we've done it so many times and it was so much fun. It was a great mixture, like maybe my favorite routine I've ever written, because it was a great mixture of comedy and magic. And no, I'm not going to talk about that more because this is a board gaming channel. I could have talked about this so long. Okay, so have you guys played Vindication? No! I haven't. I reached out to them, but they had no more review copies now.
What is that?
It's a game that was like kind of a sleeper hit last year. It kind of just arrived. It was Kickstarter. It was just another Kickstarter. No, I didn't end up backing it. I kind of wish I did, but we can get a copy somewhere if we really want to. Looks like a cool Euro game. I haven't put so much thought into it, but looks nice. I'm in contact with the designers or with the publishers, so we'll see if we can get a copy after the next printing. Cool. Copy of Bros in the mail. Yay! Bros is good. How did you meet?
Yeah.
That's kind of funny story. Do you want to see? I feel like I'm speaking more than you because that's...
We already knew each other because we've
knew each other.
Yeah, had like theater as a hobby. Yeah, acting as a hobby, the both of us.
Mm-hmm.
We've been in different like theater groups, and then we met when you hosted a stand-up like new beginners
stand-up workshop. Yeah,
workshop.
Yeah,
and I joined. I'm not doing any stand-up, but I met you, so I think that was a success.
I think it was worth it. Yeah. It was fun. Almost 7 years ago.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's really crazy, actually. Time just flies away. So, yeah, let's see. Is your school very far from Johannes?
It's a 2.5 hour drive. Mm-hmm. So, it's possible, like, to visit on weekends and stuff, but I have school, so I work better when I'm at like my school working.
Yeah. I've been there quite a bit because I have a schedule that's kind of all over the place. So that's been okay, but it's better to have you 0 minutes from me than 2.5 hours. So
that's true.
Yeah, absolutely. So who's your favorite comedian? Oh. Okay. I don't watch much stand-up. Like, I don't. I actually watched a whole stand-up special on Netflix here the other day, and I was like, why don't I do this more often? Because stand-up comedy is funny. When it's funny. When it's not funny, it's one of the most painful things you can watch in the whole world. But yeah, it was... I have to say Pete Holmes. Like, Pete Holmes or like... The not political correct thing to say now is Louis C.K. I still love his comedy after everything he's been through, like whatever he's done. I still like his comedy.
But he's still funny.
He is, yeah. And Pete Holmes, if you haven't seen him, he's great. His HBO series is now in his third season, which is super great. Lovely guy. He had an amazing bit on how happy he is he's not a magician, which was the first thing I heard from him, and it was killer comedy. Like, comedy that just hits home with everybody, and as a magician, I like felt so at home with that. So I love him. Okay, game question from John Wheeler is asking, "Hey John, I didn't say hi to you, and other people I didn't say hi to. We're really happy you're here. Like it's much more fun doing a Q&A when there's people."
It's really good.
Tricerion, Newton, or Shakespeare?
I wasn't that fond of Shakespeare.
It's okay.
I haven't played Newton yet, so...
Yes, you have. 2 times.
What?
You move around the map and you took the bookshelves and you play the cards to do the different actions. We played it 2 times.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe I like that one then.
You have the... You don't remember the game at all?
No.
Okay,
I have
so
no memory of
we
this.
have you have the different masters in your hand. You're trying to work on the work track to get coins. You're moving up the tech tree with your
Oh, that
and
one.
you play a card to do the action, and then you're gonna tuck cards so that you get better actions, and the more symbols you have.
I like that one the best. Yeah, I remember the game, but I didn't remember that was Newton.
Drink some water. No, it's Newton.
But Tricerion is also really nice, but it's a long time since I played it, and that stuff melts my brain. So, Newton.
Tricerion is amazing. It's a game I almost only backed because of the theme, which I never do, which is crazy because it's about magicians. And on the Kickstarter sleeve, it's like a fun fact. One of the magicians on the Kickstarter sleeve is an actual magician who won the World Championship of Magician, who is from the same country that the designer's from. So that was kind of fun. I could find it. I don't know where it is, so I'm not going to find it. I really love Tricerion. Only played it like 3-4 times because it's a huge, heavy game. So Newton is like easier to get to the table, but Tricerion is for me a better game. So who do you find funny? Yeah, lots of people. Like I love, and we love both. Like Parks and Recreation is one of the most brilliant sitcoms ever. That's great. Like, who do I find funny? There's so many funny people. I love a lot of the kind of more wacky, like, still a lot of them are mainstream, but wacky things like Modern Family.
Yeah.
And you need to have, like, some of them do need to have. You don't have to be a comedian to do those kind of parts, but you have to have comedic timing, like for at least some of them. I love what it's called, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Yeah, that's a great one. So I love watching comedy. Basically, it's and there's some comedy magicians like Piff the Magic Dragon.
Yeah.
Mac King. Haven't seen too much of him, but I love his work. Penn and Teller, of course, they do a lot of good comedy. Yeah, there's so many funny people. Awesome funny people.
So
yeah.
many.
Do you have like a favorite? No, you probably don't.
No.
Because you probably never thought about it.
Nah, but I have lots of favorites, but I can't pick one now.
Okay, so who wins the games between you two? Like, usually I don't really know about it, but it started out me winning 99% of every time we played. And we usually played Carcassonne because that's what we wanted to play.
Yeah, that was the only thing that I ever won in, I think, in the beginning.
In the beginning, yeah.
And I thought that, like, heavier games than Carcassonne was, like, really difficult to play. And I didn't really like board games that much because I always lost. And that was not that fun. So now I'm glad it's more evened out.
Yeah, I think you're a bit more than 50%. Like, if you look at the stats, I think you're kind of like 55 and I'm 45 or something.
But it depends on which games we play, because you have a brain that works really good with some type of games.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
My brain works really good with other types. So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So we're kind of even.
Yeah.
I think, like, if you...
I think so.
Yeah. Haven't played Shakespeare. Find the theme interesting. Yeah, that's kind of why I like the theme of it. It's a good game, but it's a 7. Like, it's a game on a pile of games. It's it's good, but I don't feel the need. I actually saw it, so I don't feel the need to play it. If you could have dinner with a board game designer, who could it be?
Stefan Feld.
Yeah, I knew the answer, so I'm just gonna ask.
But I really, really, really want to have like what is it, dinner? Okay, Vlado Chuvaro. I really want to meet him because I hope he's hilarious in real life too.
But haven't you met him?
No, I haven't.
No, you.
But I
pointed to him in Spiel last
and
year.
I was just like, no, because I get really starstruck. So
You do.
Maybe I should meet someone that I'm not fond of, so I can have a normal conversation with them.
I think like fanboy, it would be Stefan Feld for me as well. He's kind of the only designer that I wanted to run into that I haven't run into in the last 2 Spiel. I know he was there. People had pictures with him. I know he exists, but I didn't run into him, and kind of a bummer. Hope to meet him this year.
But if I was to like walk past him at Spiel, I wouldn't recognize him.
Probably you would, because he's tall, he has no hair, and like he looks like Stefan Feld. Because he is Stefan Feld. I would love to have dinner with him, like talk about why he made Merlin. I'm looking forward to more games from him this year. He's actually coming with a new game pretty soon.
Yeah.
2-player game. I think it's a bit more of confrontation than he used to, but in a 2-player game, we're gonna buy it anyways because it's a Stefan Feld game.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Let's see. John Wheeler is asking, have you seen Chocolate Factory? If so, what do you both think of it? To me, it looks a little like Automania with a different emphasis.
I don't check out games. He does, so I have no idea.
No, this is the movie, you know, with Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. No, it actually. Like... I think it went live today on Kickstarter, so I haven't had the time to check it out. I haven't played Automania either, which is kind of a shame because we know the designers pretty well.
There are some similarities, that wouldn't be bad.
You haven't played Automania?
No, I just heard things about it.
I want to play it, but there's 2. Okay, that's gonna be a horrible question to answer on live. So, Forum Chat and Emeritus rank in your Stefan Feld game, and then Board Game Guru is asking, good question, rank the Feld games. I think that's gonna be a top 10 list.
Yeah.
I think
that should be.
We should just tease it as that, because there's so many games. Like we have 25 or so Stefan Feld games, so 20 or 25 games. I'd like to do a top 10 game of his games, top 10 game of his games, top 10 lists of his games, because he's one of my favorite designers. So I would like to do that, and he's also made enough games that we could actually make a top 10.
Yeah, actually.
Like top 10 Vitala Serta games.
How would we like played 4, 5? Something like that.
Lee is asking, Stefan Feld is my favorite designer. Amerigo and Merlin are both in my top 10. Just curious why this didn't do so well with you. Okay, so let's start with Amerigo. It's a good game. I have enjoyed my plays of it. It's 1 round too long.
Yeah.
And it's so strange. Because I like games, like I don't care about like a nice little game, but I like games that you feel like you don't have enough time. In Amerigo, the last round, there's nothing to do. Because you have explored all the islands, you've done anything, it just feels like a drag. And other than that, it's a fine game. I think it's cool. I think the Dice Tower and the Cube Tower is good. I just don't find it exciting enough to bring it out. I'm not going to get rid of it because it's a Stefan Feld game and I want that in my collection, but it's not going to be a game I want to play again.
Yeah, it's so long since we played it last time, but it gives me like that classic Stefan Feld feeling. But there's so many other games.
There are, yeah.
And when we got it, we didn't have all these other games. It was, we had a fair collection, but not that many. And then we would, the probability to like pick it out and take it to the table would be much higher than it is now. I don't think we will ever play it again.
I don't think so either, no. And Merlin.
I haven't played Merlin.
No, you haven't because
you don't like it.
No, because you wasn't here like the time we played it 4 times in 4 days. Okay, I'm gonna do this really briefly because I'm gonna try to do it briefly. I'm starting that
Good luck.
6 hours later. Okay, so I think Stefan Feld is really good at making games with some luck, but with great luck mitigation.
Yeah.
I think he's great at making games that feels like there's a lot of choices. There's like a bit of randomness, but it doesn't matter to me. I am picky with randomness in my games. I don't like feeling like, oh, I lost because of luck. Merlin feels like a worse version of his other dice games. Like what you do is you roll some dice and you have to. It's a roll and move game, and you have a couple of things, but like you can move Merlin both ways, but the other is just this way. So you're kind of forced to the actions that you can take. And there is like an apple you can get to mitigate or to change the roll or to roll again or something. But to take that, you have to land on a specific spot to get that apple. And then you basically are using one of your actions that you just happen to end up there to get the apple to be able to do another action maybe better later. People had, this is so strange because more people had much problems with the randomness in Oracle of Delphi, which I had no problem with. The only thing might be like you can argue with the dice rolling for the monster fighting, but it was so easy to get stuff like in Castle of Burgundy as well. It was so easy to get the workers or I don't remember what it was called in Oracle of Delphi for Brandon thingies. So that you can get to mitigate the rolls, which I really enjoyed. But in Merlin, it felt just too random. I played it 4 or 5 times, I don't remember, and every time just felt like a random thing where like I had to fight out the bandits. Oh, I didn't get those things I needed. Boo-hoo, I lost points or whatever. I don't remember. But it felt too random, too chaotic, more down to luck than to what I was doing.
Yeah, but I've heard some good things about the expansion, and I really want to get that if that means that I actually can play the game, because that probably fixes some of the issues with that. I've heard some things like in that direction. What do you think about buying the expansion for Merlin?
If we get it for free, I don't want to pay I don't buy expansions for games I like. Why would I spend money on expansion for a game?
Because it fixes the game.
Yeah, but then the game should have been fixed. Like if the game is not fixed, sorry, it's out. Like you can buy it with your money if you want to, which is then kind of my money. So. So Board Game Guru is asking, what's your favorite game from What's Your Game?
Oh, that's so hard. They've got a lot of good games.
Yeah, it's Nippon or Madeira for me.
I think maybe they were higher on my list, but I put them all together because I like them a lot. But I like Signoria as well. That really surprised me, but that I think that it was easier like for my brain to get around. So maybe that because I get it, then I like it a little better. What do you think?
I think Madeira is my favorite. It's the crunchiest one, but it's also the best one. Nippon is kind of like it's almost there because it's easier and it's so much fun. I love the area control in that game. It's an amazing game.
Didn't we get another one
recently? We played Yangtze at the gaming convention.
Yes.
If that was the one you're thinking about, we don't have it.
No, we don't have it.
But we played it. It was good, but it was. Cyrus is asking if you can ask a question. Yes, you can. You can answer. You can ask questions. Any question you want, and we might answer it. Favorite game? You can watch our top 50, but it's still the same. For me, it's Gloomhaven.
I might want to change that, but last time it was Time
Are you
Stories.
going to change it to that?
Huh?
Are you going to change it to that?
Maybe.
Is that going to jump all the way to number 1?
Maybe.
Okay, so you will see that in the summer. Or just earlier in this video.
We have to play more scenarios of Time Stories for me to decide.
Yeah, and it's great stuff is coming this year.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything like if you're still involved in Time Stories, which I am, it's my second favorite game. If you just saw my eyes light up there, I cannot wait. Okay, so Gaming like there's not enough time. I like the way you put that. I don't remember. Did I say something like that?
Yeah,
Or you?
about Amerigo, because you're have
Aha, yeah,
too much
absolutely.
time.
Okay, cottage garden, Indian summer, or spring meadow. So cottage garden, you can throw out of the window. That's a horrible, boring game. I've spoken a lot about this earlier. I hate it.
But I like both Indian summer and I like both Indian summer and spring meadow. Those were great as well. I don't remember.
I think I like Spring Meadow the most. That's like the relaxing one where you build up the
trail. Maybe.
Yeah, I know you build up. You build up. Like it's like the other one is just finishing the board with Indian Summer, and then Spring Meadow is the one where you build up the forest.
Yeah.
No, the mountain. Yeah. I like that one the most. It's kind of relaxing. What I want of that game. Really, really like that.
I like both.
And then the Board Game Trucker is thank you for doing live content. I love live content. Would you do top 10 lives?
That would be really fun.
That's actually a really simple content thing to do live. We want to do more live stuff.
I was wondering, like, why aren't people doing this? Because
people are. Like, the Dice Tower is doing all of their top 10s live now.
Are they?
Because you're not following anything you don't know. But yeah,
don't
like,
mind me.
Like if you think that the quality of the video and the quality of the sound is good enough, we can do the top 10s live.
Yeah.
Maybe not all of them, but it's gonna be like this looks like it's gonna be an okay time to do the video.
Yeah.
I feel the same way about expansions. I don't buy any. We buy some. And then our neighbor is asking a question like or and also kind of a business associate. What's a good 2-player game for couples? You could have just messaged me, but it's okay that doing it here.
Or asked us like yesterday.
Yesterday or whenever you see us. But okay, really quick. Anything that's good for 2, but like if you want something simple, like Patchwork is very good.
Yeah, that's nice.
And almost all abstract games like Santorini, the Gips series is really good games, and we of course love Castle Burgundy, which is like a big step up for that, but it's a very very good.
At the Gates of Loyang is really good with 2 people, but it's a little heavy maybe.
What one?
Gates of
Loyang, yeah, it's a bit heavier. So, like, if you think like couples game for people who don't really play board games, I think Patchwork is a good place because it's heavy enough and enough things that happen, but it's interesting enough to play it many times. Patchwork maybe to get that Patchwork, Patchwork kind of maybe would be my favorite kind of couples game if I was gonna do a top 10 of that.
We tried Fog of Love as well, and it was interesting, but I don't think it's a game for us.
No,
but it's
Sorry. Yeah.
It's a thematic theme about love and stuff. So if you want to try something that you should check it out.
It's more of an RPG. Like you need to sit down and know that's an RPG more than a game.
Yeah.
Like if you play it like a game, it's only A/B choices. No fun at all. I would love to play. We have all the expansions in the box. I would love to play like the paranormal one with like the ghost and stuff like that. That would be more fun, I think, than we play a tutorial and one more. And Cyrus is asking if you watch Shrek 3. I think you are joking, kind of trolling, because I don't think there's a board game of Shrek 3. So I think that's kind of a trolley question. So, buy the expansion Feast for Odin, Board Game Trucker. Yeah, we are going to buy the expansion for Feast for Odin. We spoke about it a bit earlier. We will absolutely buy that because I love that game. Do you two bros Kickstarter a lot?
Not me.
Never. I do sometimes. I think it's hard to keep track. I try to keep track because I don't want to miss stuff that might be important to play and play on the channel. That's kind of like when somebody asked earlier, Rob asked earlier, I think, about if this was kind of being a job. I have backed Kickstarter last year, which I knew I wouldn't be like crying if I didn't get, but would be good to get and play for the channel. Games I wanted to play, but games I like maybe. Yeah, I think I like. I like to buy games on Kickstarter. I think it's great. I think Kickstarter is a great place. I don't like some people using it like a pre-order stuff, and I don't mind too much because it's still there and doesn't take too much money from other people. But I like to see the good project, like to see good, cool stuff happening. So yeah. What do you think of Tolkien?
I love it.
I love it. It's amazing. It's on my top 50.
It's so hard though. I don't feel like I get it like ever. I'm going in like, oh, I want to do that and that, and so the game has ended, and I've managed to feed like 3 of my people. It goes like horrible, I think, but it's a really good game.
It is, yeah, absolutely. I might like Teotihuacan better. I don't know. I would have to watch them both and see.
Yeah.
Watch them both. Play them both back to back, kind of, and remember them. But I like both of them absolutely.
Teotihuacan works better with my brain. I think
Yes.
it's easier to get around. I'm doing like some of the things I want to do at least. So I think Tolkien is a heavier game for me. What are you reading?
I don't know. I kind of zoned out.
Yeah, you did.
So next question: are you getting the deluxe castles of Burgundy?
I don't know. Are we?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
It's
Yes, we are.
Castles of Burgundy, and it's very, very good.
Okay.
Castle of Burgundy is amazing. It's a great game, and I cannot wait to actually see the new components. Hopefully, there's going to be some new artwork. I think. I've never cared about the flimsy things and the artwork. I love the game. People are like, I could speak 60 hours about artwork in games, but I'm not gonna do that. I love Castle of Burgundy, and it's gonna be amazing because we don't have any of the expansions.
No.
Because they're usually like boards coming up on the Geek Store, and then like that they're sold out. So I usually don't get the chance to get them. But I am looking forward to that, and I'm guessing you're looking forward to more Castle of Burgundy.
Yeah.
We can never throw away the original box, but maybe we can like make in a frame and put it on the wall or something.
Yeah.
That would be cool. We'll see. Okay. Jory is saying, I'm late at the party, just came from the movies. Alita Battle Angel, was it good?
We need to know if it was good. It looks good. The trailer looks amazing. But please tell us, did you like it?
Are you getting board games online and from your local board game store, or mainly from Kickstarter? Last year, the games I bought last year was mostly from Kickstarter. I did buy, the other part I bought was from online stores in Norway, a couple from online stores in England, and maybe one game in a physical store, I think. But we also got a lot of like review copies, and then we just get them from wherever. But the games I buy, like if I look at the price I paid for games, most of that would come from Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Last year. I'm pretty sure about that. That would have been, of course, very different if we weren't reviewing game and getting games for free or for cheaper. Yes, absolutely. What games do you two want to play the most right now? Like, if we were going to sit down and play a game right now after the stream, what would you want to play?
Oh, that's a really tricky question, actually, because now I read a little bit further into that comment, and it said Gloomhaven. So now I want to play Gloomhaven. But I really, if we had the people, I would play Time Stories, because we talked about Time Stories.
Maybe not tonight because I'm tired, but
that's right.
it would be horrible to start that now.
In an ideal world, I would play Time Stories now.
I think Gloomhaven, I would love to play more of that. Also, I really want to sit down and play the Chronicles of Crime expansion to see the noir setting and to see the things they did there. And also Time Stories.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the most... And also, like, if you say, like, theoretical, like, things I would love to play now, even though it doesn't exist. I would love to play On Mars from Italia Soda, the new Italia Soda game. I saw people playing it this weekend, and I wanted to be there. So, Paul Grogan, why are you not coming to Norway to meet me soon? Maybe I should just fly over to Paul and say, hey, let me play your prototype. I would love that. Because Paul has the prototype and I don't. Which there would be no reason for me having it, because I'm not making the rules video. So I would love to play that. And also, I'm really excited to play Sorcerer's City. The retime game. It looks really, really good. Okay. How far are you along in your Gloomhaven campaign? That's hard to answer because we don't know where the end is. But I played the game around 50 times. You played it maybe 30 or something? 30, 40 times?
or something,
Yeah. And you're asking if we play it mainly the two of us.
I think it's 50-50. No, maybe a little more with more players than only the two of us.
But the more I play, the more I just wanna actually play it with two.
It goes faster with just two people.
The problem is that you don't know the length of the scenario before you start.
Yeah.
So the last time we played with 4, it took like 3.5 hours, and I was so bored.
Yeah.
It was horrible. It's better to play it with 2 and just bam, 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 and get more scenarios done in a day.
Yeah.
When we move, we are going to get an extra table to set up games like that, so we don't have to actually take it up and put it down, take it up and put it down. Because that's the biggest hurdle of playing Gloomhaven, is that you don't feel like you can sit down and play one round of Gloomhaven. You feel like you need to play like 2-3 times back to back.
Yeah. And we really want to play more Gloomhaven because it's an amazing game.
And I actually want the expansion.
Yeah.
30 more scenarios or something like that. And I think he's working out on a big expansion as well.
Cool.
So Gloomhaven 2. Rob is asking, have you played Snowdonia?
Yes, we have. Yes. We don't own it, but we play...
we do. We own it.
What?
Yes, we do. It's somewhere over there.
Never mind. We own it. But...
Yeah, don't you remember we bought it like a used copy really cheap?
But have we played
You
our
played
own
once off
copy?
Yeah, we played once.
But the first times we played it at a convention, and each time we returned annually, we played it. So we have had a lot of fun with it, and we waited a few years before we bought it, actually.
Yeah, I just bought it because somebody sold it cheap.
Yeah.
There was like a deluxe edition of that on Kickstarter last year with all the expansions and stuff. I didn't feel like I needed that. It's a good game, but it's not a game I would choose to play over a lot of other games. Mm-hmm. So Jordan is saying, it looked amazing, story was so-and-so, and the ending was, well, let's say they were thinking about a sequel. Which probably will not get, but enjoyed it all the same.
Yeah, that's nice.
Okay, let's popcorn flick then.
Yeah, but we need that as well.
So we've been doing this an hour now. There's less people here now because it's been going on for a while.
Yeah,
so
that's
basically, if there are some last questions, we're going to take those, and then we're going to wrap up the stream. Good. But I love the idea of doing top 10 lists live.
Yeah. I really like that.
Because then we can
because
interact.
I'm not updated on anything. Not even on the games that we own. So.
But it's really fun to do live stuff because it's one thing is to sit and answer comments, but to actually interact is what I said last time as well. I really enjoy that.
Yeah.
It's I think it's also like I like to get to know you as well, like the viewers. Like I like that. I couldn't place where Norway was. So, just look it up. I just went and turned the heat on. Just looked at the country make me cold. If I wanted to try Norwegian food, what should I get? So, Norway isn't really that cold. Like, if you go to the north of Norway, that's another... We are like...
But that's talking to, like, Americans that are freezing, like, really, really much because of their 5 degrees Celsius. So, Norway is really cold.
Yeah, like
But we're used to it.
Yeah, like we have seasons. Like the biggest. We have spring, we have summer, we have fall, and we have winter. And they're really different.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But you asked about food, not temperature. If you want to try Norwegian food, you could try some...
hot dog in a waffle.
That's like not like traditional Norwegian food, but it's really good.
And not the Belgian waffle, though. Like, do they have those kind of waffles?
I have no idea.
We have like another shaped waffle.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, but a Norwegian food we eat. Don't eat like really traditional Norwegian food.
We don't.
Most of the
we have
average
brown
food.
Cheese. We have mackerel in tomato sauce.
Yeah.
Is
that Norwegian though?
Yeah. We have a lot of Norwegian candy. We have Smash.
Yeah. Oh, you should try Smash.
Like, go online and order Smash.
Yeah,
that's like one of the
really
best
good.
candies ever.
And the better version of Kit Kat, that's called Quick Lunch. That's better than Kit Kat, but it's the same, only better.
Like, not to laugh, but Ducati is saying he's from South Louisiana. And he's saying 30 degrees Fahrenheit is cold.
How much is that?
That's -1 Celsius.
Oh.
That's summer in Norway.
No.
It's not. But like we had around, you had like -20 Celsius.
Yeah. And like more northern, I don't know how to say that. In Norway, we've had like down to like 40
negative degrees, yeah.
So that's too cold for me. I think also that minus like four degrees.
-4 Fahrenheit is like 20 minus degrees in Celsius.
Oh, okay. Smash? Yeah, that's candy. It's you pronouncing it right?
Yes. It's very good. It's one of my favorite candies. And Rob is saying, thank you for doing this. Really fun and great to know you better. Really love your channel. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's really fun to do this as well. Is there a standard Norwegian lunch? No.
Nope. We
Nothing.
eat a lot of tacos and pizza and sandwiches.
But not for
and,
lunch, usually.
Yeah, I can eat it for lunch.
But it's not like in New York you go and eat a pizza slice. You don't do that in Norway. So it's like, let's go at a slice. You don't do that.
We're really like on slices of bread with things on it.
Bread with different toppings.
Yeah. So we do that for breakfast, and we pack it and we take it to lunch. So
usually,
we're actually pretty boring. Yeah. That way. But that's how we do it.
Good, yeah. So I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that was the last question. So we're gonna end it there.
Yeah.
It's been over an hour. The first 5 minutes there was nobody here, so I was like, okay, nobody's gonna come. It's gonna be a really short one, but now we've been sitting in an hour.
It was fun.
It was really great.
Yeah.
I need to wear glasses during this because I have a huge headache now. But we are gonna do. We will see if we can try to schedule a top 10 list next week. Maybe we'll see. I'm gonna put it up if we can do it. There's also gonna be some other video next week.
Felt.
Maybe a Stefan Feld video to get it out of the way before we forget it.
I'm now inspired.
Mm-hmm. And again, if any of you have like any things you want us to do a top 10 on, please let us know in the comments after the fact.
Yeah.
And everything like that. Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah.
I'm Johannes.
And I'm Sunniva.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings Live. Thank you so much. And we will see you soon. I'm actually going to go to the right tab to stop the
that
the
would
live.
be a great
and we will do it
idea.
again. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.